Carlos Ramirez, owner of NVS Audio in Roselle, New Jersey. This client brought us in his Vanderhall, and then he picked up the Vanderhall and dropped off this beautiful Street Glide. His complaint with the Street Glide was that he didn't feel he had enough bass. He was running quality equipment, he was right. Bass output was lacking a little bit. So he had a 1200.2 in the fairing. We upgraded that to a 1600.1. And then we added one of our custom bass knobs, so it gave him more control, and it's got a clipping indicator built in. The biggest issue was he was losing a lot of pressure in the bags because they ran 6x9s in the lids. We try not to mix 6x9s and 10s in the bags. Whenever we do 10s, we either do no speakers in the lid or a sealed back speaker in the lid, or find some way, or we seal off the enclosure. That way the lid speaker and the 10 have a separate enclosures to work in. So in this one, he already had the 6x9 cutting kit. We did the 6x9 to 6.5 inch adapter and ran some Beyma sealed backs in the lids. That took care of that problem. The other problem is they miscalculated the angle of the port. So they ended up running a port that was like 3 inches long, and it just wasn't, for these woofers, it wasn't the right port for this airspace. So we measured the volume of the airspace in the bags. We determined that an 11-inch port, 11x3, would do the job perfectly, and it did. So we cut the old ports out. We readjusted the angle of the port. That way it would go all the way into the bag. When they forced the port into the bag, it was actually hitting the edge of the bag, and it was causing a bubble in the paint. We readjusted the angle of the port, got the port to go all the way in. We actually got an 11-inch port in there, cut it flat, epoxied in the bottom. You can't even tell we modified it. So that, the extra power of the amplifier, and switching over sealed backs tripled his output. Now the bass sounds right, and this thing's good to go. This is caused by the port being jammed into the bottom of the bag. They didn't calculate the proper angle, and it's showing through the paint. So now Pee-wee's repaired the port, corrected the angle, and installed the proper length port that goes all the way up to here. So now the 10s will be able to do their job. Now he's just going to flush it out.
yeah. They mad, yeah. You can ride in the jag, yeah. With that, yeah. You can smoke by your bag, yeah. I'm grass, yeah. Got money, got the fans, yeah. And trash, yeah. I'm a big time nigga, yeah. Pull the trigger, yeah. I play it, yeah. Way it feel it, yeah. I'm a fucking good, yeah. I'm the hood, yeah. Better be understood, yeah. I'm a good, yeah. Got a nigga for me, Lord, yeah. On the hard, yeah. A smooth little broad, yeah. On the job, yeah. I'm gonna do a trick, yeah. On the dick, yeah. You play when you wanna bitch, yeah. That ain't shit, yeah. The niggas with the money, yeah. On that money, yeah. Got birds and I'm money, yeah. About 100, yeah. Girl, you looks good, won't you back that ass up? Motherfucker, won't you back that ass up? Oh, get daddy when you back that ass up. Oh, who is you doing with back that ass up? Girl, you looks good, won't you back that ass up? You a fine motherfucker, won't you back that ass up? Oh, get daddy when you back that ass up. Girl, who is you playing with? Back that ass up. Girl, you looks good, won't you back that?
This girl is an instant danger. The way she moves on the dance floor. A mí yo sé que soy un extraño. Y yo quiero que me des calor. Love how you move and influence.
When I had you, I treated you bad. Oh, my dear. But since you left, don't you know I sit around my head down, and I wonder loving you.
All right, we have some proper ports in there right now. If you notice, it's the full length of the tail section. So the port is now 11 inches long, and it's not hitting the side of the bag. Remove the 6 lines, ran with a sealed back. That way the pressure from the 10 does not affect the lid speaker.
Things to you. If I said too much, I know you're mine to lose. I had some dreams and said some things to you.